And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Samuel in motion. Throwing now is Daniels. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Here's Daniels. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
3rd and 12. Daniels looking to throw. Left sideline a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Running on first down, Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Daniels. On the screen, this is Eckler. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis.
And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And when you see Justin Herbert, all you think about is he's easily one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. He can make every throw, knows how to think his way through every game. And now, the regular season success needs to carry over into the postseason.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now it's Herbert. On the out route, he finds Johnston. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And back to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Herbert off of play action. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Off the play fake, Daniels. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 32 that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. To the air goes Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's swung out wide to Harris. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because if you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. No gain. Quarterback sneak. No gain. Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They run for it with Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. 23 yards for Najee Harris. And the Chargers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
So how about the fortitude there? They're in field goal range, but they say, no, forget the 3. We think we can get the first, and they wind up getting a lot more than they bargained for.
And I love how you used an SAT word to describe what we just saw there, partner. That's got to be a deflated defense. You see the head down, the shoulders slumped. But we've talked about this before. Sometimes as a defense, you get so wrapped up in defending the first down line that that's your last line of defense. And once they get past that, they're gone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Commanders' offense set to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as a tackle made at the 42.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. 2nd and 10.
from the gun. Daniels.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
The Commanders' first down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Eckler is in. Touchdown, Commanders. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
They kept the receiver in the short. The quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Herbert now.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Herbert.
Pass hauled in by Johnston.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 48-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He's got another one to Johnston. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half.
Get your money up. I'm the money down. I'm all about. I'm my people now. On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. We're probably just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
Oh, heck of a move. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
Harris will start the drive out.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 45 yards. They'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing on second down. Herbert. Short throw to Disley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back to throw now on first down. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Herbert throwing again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
He's got Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right in a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
The tight end in motion right. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Herbert. Complete to Johnston here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And that makes it 14-10. The Commanders in some obvious discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
This is a counter play. Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Tuli Pelotu, he got in there and met him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. The gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
First down, Commanders.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 35. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They throw it out right complete. And unable to break away. They stop it a few yards shy. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options?
Missed him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Eckler now between the tackles. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard. Daniel's going to try to sneak. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And the Washington first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To the air goes Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Working out of the gun, Daniels.
Now he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Tui Perotu got in and dropped him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart and moving the ball downfield. And they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the give, this is Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. The handoff, it's Eckler. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover.
A 6-yard pickup.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here comes 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow! Wow!
Charles, what a big drive late in the 4th quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the 4th quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Herbert and the Chargers down 17-14. A little over 50 seconds remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Herbert to throw. Johnston hauls it in.
Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. I tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Herbert finding Allen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Now 2nd and 4. Herbert going to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Herbert over the middle and caught by McConkey.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
At the Commanders' 40-yard line.
Going to have to work the sideline here to try and somehow give their kicker a shot.
One last throw here for Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And Allen's going to have a Chargers 1st down as he'll get this down to the 32. Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-tying field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.